All right, Tigers, we are going to review some film from our game against C2G. I think this will be some good film because most of our recent film has come from Sportsplex, and we have a slightly different crew playing over at Fieldhouse. This will also be a good game because we ran um, basically all of our different defenses against C2G. And so we can kind of break it up and see how we're doing on our defensive assignments. I really do believe that defense is what creates championship teams. And when we're rotating well and we're playing in the right spots on defense with high effort and energy and with proper technique, that's what's going to make us great. So let's dive in and see what we have here. So Colton with a great steal. I think, what are they going to call here? Probably a travel. Look like you got an extra step in. Also, maybe extended your left hand a little bit if they called it charge, if that was it. So we're getting into Tiger. And so in Tiger, you can't see everything here, but they've got a player here. So I would expect that whoever's on the left-hand side is playing outside leverage, which means on the sideline side of that player. Same thing on the opposite side. We're keeping everything in front of us looking to trap. Yeah, ace is in the right spot, so good. So Brandon's ready to trap. Eliab's got to come here. Ace is going to try to take this return pass. He does. Now, naturally, this leaves a guy open. So the guy running the middle should be here. And in the trap, we're going to try to make him throw that long pass. See what happens. Good. Drake steps in the way, gets a hand on it, and that's a steal for Brandon. Good ball movement. I like that shot, Drake. Really good rebound, Brandon. So good start to this video. A lot of positive things that we're doing. I like the way the ball's swinging around and moving. Good hustle by old Drake and Brandon on the glass. And then we're getting back into our 3-2. So the key thing to remember about 3-2 is that we've got 3 players up top. We're trying to funnel everything back middle. Brandon's got outside leverage. These 2 down low have to talk, make sure that we're not leaving guys open in the middle. And we want Eliab out pressuring, which he's doing. Good trap. And then Brandon gets back out to outside leverage. Hand up on that 3. That's a nice shot. We're rotating out. That kid hit a few threes. What I'm looking for there, though, are we rotating correctly, and are we getting a hand up on the shot? That time we did, even though he buried it. Got to give him credit there. So they're running zone. We're in Arizona. Good closeout by Colton. Good help, and that results in a steal when we do that right. Colton's going to try to turn on the Jets. Good pass out. Good job taking it out, Brandon. Like that high screen. That's a really pretty move. Love layups. That's going to be and one opportunity. We will skip the free throw. Ace with the offensive rebound. Goes back up with it. Like Eliab's taking it. Brandon's there, closing out on the correct side of the shooter. Like how Eliab's coming out and guarding. In the right spot so far. With a hand up, it's hard to make the shots. At our age, there are some guys who can shoot threes well. I haven't seen many guys who shoot a 3 well when a hand's up. I get it, a little bit of frustration, but there was quite a bit of contact on that drive. But we got the ball back. Okay, we were running one of our out of bounds plays. Let's see what it is we're running. We can tell by which way the screen's being set. So this looks like it is number 2. If it's number 2, Drake's got to wait for this screen to come. Flash to that spot, which is right. Colton should be flashing back down the middle. And then Brandon's going to the correct spot. We get it into Drake. So Drake, maybe one thing I'd say, you see this guy next to you, you're clearly a bigger, stronger player than he is. I'd love to see you kind of get your shoulder into him, see if you can move him back a little bit and just get a nice shot while you're down there. Good pass in. It's a good shot. Alive, great hands. Good finish. Really nice play, Alive. All right, let's see if we're doing things right. Okay, so no one in front of you, Brandon. You got to back up until, if there's no one in front of you, you can back up, make this pass in harder. Ace, you're correct leverage, but you too should probably back up and get right on his left shoulder. And then Eliab, no one in front of you either, so you should back up. Yeah, they're able to throw that pass over the top because we've learned that because we're not in the correct position, we need to be backing up and keeping everything in front of us. So the first pass is in front of us and we could trap it. Now we're all having to scramble because we weren't set up correctly on Tiger. And they're going to get a, layup. Results in a foul. But that's just because we're not lined up correctly at the beginning of the play. We want to keep everything in front of us on Tiger. I thought that was a shooting foul. Maybe not. So we got the ball in. We're running some offense. Nice shot, Colton. All right, so once again, let's take a look how we line up. So Brandon, you're on the right guy. I'd like to see you get on his opposite shoulder. Alive, you're not guarding the inbounder. You need to back up, keep everything in front of you. You should be standing all the way back here if that's how they're lined up. Ace, you've got to be on his other shoulder. And then you're watching his eyes and going to wherever the ball's supposed to be. So now he's throwing it up. And this is one where if he gets it here, Colton, who's running to sideline, should have been on this player, not allowing that pass to come in. So again, we're not lined up correctly, and it's allowing them to break our press and get on a fast break. And then after the press is broken, we got two guys jogging instead of sprinting when they have numbers. And that's not good because they're going to get a layup if we're not sprinting back. Gets out of control. Good steal by Brandon. But I hope we see there, we want to be able to apply pressure. We want to run our Tiger defense. And the reason we love to run it is because it can get us a lot of easy baskets, but it can also give the other team a lot of easy baskets if we don't run it correctly. Last 2-3 times we didn't run it correctly. So we're subbing in some new players, and let's look again at how we run those plays. Zone, so we should be running Arizona. Looking at ball movement, so I don't know, Creed, if you saw, we had Ace in the corner. Sometimes we have a tendency to over dribble, especially against a zone defense. And against a zone defense, we're not trying to dribble too much. We want the ball to move. Man to man, we can spread things out. We want some ball movement, but driving is going to be a better option. Against the zone, it's hard to just go drive against it. All right, let's see how we're lined up. Good. Jose is out applying pressure. That's what we want in our 3-2. Good movement. It's a tough shot, Joe. So once again, I think we're just getting a little impatient on offense. We could be running our plays. That's a carry right there. We could be running our plays and working for a good shot. I'm all about early offense if we can find an open look, but if it's trying to force something against a double team, rather have us take it back and run one of our plays to create some motion, make the defense work a little bit. If there is one thing I remember about Saturday, I don't think as a team we did run very many plays. Good screen, Greg. Way to use the screen. That's a better shot because now you're coming at the defense. You had a little bit of space on the floater. I like that. Looks like we're now in Bobcat. Good pass. Clean look. Yeah, so live, the help defense has got to come in there a little sooner and close that off. Good rebound, Creed. Way to move the ball up, Ace, and now we've got numbers. This is great. Beautiful pass. Now, what I liked about that too, not just the pass and the fact that we were pushing the ball up forward. Let's watch this again. Everyone's doing their part. Creed gets the rebound, gets it out to Ace. Ace has his eyes up. Eliab's running the court. He's going to fill a lane all the way to the block. And Greg's going to fill the lane all the way to the block. And because both of them fill the lane, like we've been working on, Jose has two options, and this guy has no chance. And good read and good pass. That's great fast break basketball. But trust me, you want to be rewarded with layups. Run the floor, get to the basket. We've got some guards that can find you for the layup if you run the floor. Okay, we're not boxing out here. We're also need to compete a little bit harder to stay in front of guys. Way to get those eyes up. Really good ball. Creed, and then, Eliab's filling the lane again, and Joseph's going to reward him again with a layup. So we're in Bobcat. Bobcat is a full court press. Someone should be guarding this guy. Someone needs to be guarding here. Someone needs to be guarding here. We're just not locating our man quickly. Now, we worked on this at practice yesterday. We had most of the guys there. But one thing that we're really working on is when we run Bobcat, we've got to locate these guys and try not to let them even get the ball in bounds on the press. But when they're able to get it in that simply, and look how far off you're playing, Greg. Like, you're all the way back here. I would have liked to have seen you up on him, not allowing him to get the ball in the first place. I still don't know who's guarding this guy right here who passed the ball in. Okay, so it's Joe. So Joe, we want to be right on him as he's trying to throw the ball in bounds when it's Bobcat. Way to close it off, Eliab. Nice hustle, Greg. Way to get on the floor. Ace, good hustle. As Bobcats, we're trying to deny them the ball alive. And then, Joseph, maybe one thing we'd look at here, okay? So that last play, if I just go back a little bit, I just want to kind of share with you some of like the thinking of the game, strategy of the game, right? So if we're looking at their personnel, number 8 has been their best shooter. He's made 2 or 3 threes at this point. He ends up making, somewhere between, I think, 3 or 4 for the game. And we're playing man to man. We certainly don't want to leave their best player to go guard someone else. So look, ball comes in, we're trapping, but because we're trapping, we're leaving him open. So if this guy makes a good pass, we're once again leaving their best shooter open for a 3, which we don't want to do. So you should have been falling back and staying on that guy right there. But we don't want to leave one of their best players for that. You make up for it, though. You get a great steal. Good pass. Good vision, good pass. We had both Creed and Alib filling the lane again. And so we had a couple of layup options there. We're in Bobcat, so are we finding our guys early? Let's see. So Bobcat, we're denying it. We want you in between the player and the ball, kind of like face looking at his jersey. Same with whoever is guarding right here. Greg, I like that you're up on the inbounder. Way to make him turn, Eliab. Yeah, that James Harden stuff's a travel. Your age in the NBA, they give you a whole extra step compared to middle school, high school, college basketball. So a lot of that stuff you see on TV is not legal in the leagues we play in. Creed gets a nice open look. Puts it down. Let's see how we get into Bobcat. Yeah, here I like that Eliab reacted quickly, and he's going to get a hand on it. Now, they end up getting it. Once you're beat, Greg, you got to sprint down. And I think that's the end of the half, so we'll go ahead and pause it here.